Welcome to Lynn Cullen Live. Talk radio without the static. Email your questions and comments to lynncullenshow@gmail.com. And now your host, Lynn Cullen.
Yep. I somehow managed to do this. Good morning. How you doing? God help us. It's a Monday. It's a cold Monday. It's a Monday in December. Specifically, what? The 8th. I have to tell you, I have not gotten into the holiday spirit one whit. I don't even know when Hanukkah starts. I don't care. I haven't bought a gift. I just can not take part in the obligatory getting and spending and craziness. I can't do it. Not into it. I mean, if I'm honest. Bah humbug. That's all I want to say. And speaking of that, John McIntyre is going to be joining us later in the hour. He got me hooked into this damn event Saturday night at the Parkway Theater in McKees Rocks. A delightful little place if you've never been there. And it's, I guess, seasonal, which is odd since I just said I'm totally not into anything having to do with the season. So, I took a little day trip this weekend. I, who have described myself as inert, and partially by virtue of, surgeries and, titanium knees and braces on ankles and all that kind of stuff. I just haven't been able to move very well of late. But my general disposition is to stay put. And yet I found myself in my car driving to Bethesda, Maryland, a place I've never, as far as I know, been. And I was doing it to have dinner with. I drove just to have dinner and see somebody that I haven't seen since we were children. And I think I might have mentioned to you that I somehow happened upon her email, and I thought, geez, I wonder whatever happened to, and I emailed her, this is about a year and a half ago, and we struck up a correspondence, and I found her simply delightful. And I wanted to meet her. She doesn't live in the United States. She lives in Israel, and she was here just for a bit, so down I went. Anyway, explains why. I had a lovely time. I won't bore you with, blah, 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 back and forth. Although we did decide, since we were not palsy-walsy when we lived together, in the same city in Green Bay, Wisconsin, we didn't hang out. I wouldn't have considered her I would never have put her on a list of my friends. And we talked about if we had known each other, now that we know each other as old ladies, and see how similar in so many ways we were, and in our thoughts, in our whatever, that if we had connected, we realized that our lives would have been different. Can you imagine just one friendship with one little girl or little boy that you passed up, that as you look back could have changed you, could have made you slightly different, and that would have made all the difference? Who knows? We did. We spoke of that. And obviously that's an exercise in, what ifs. And But we both agreed that probably we would have had an impact on each other. The road not taken. Speaking of roads, that's what I want to talk to you about. So there I was on the road again. It's been a long time. And I just want to throw one little thing out here. First of all, no, two little things. One, how beautiful this country is. And I mean, I'm driving in a time that's not known. We don't think, the trees are all bare. How beautiful this country is. How expansive. How so much of it is just land. And I just found myself reveling in the beauty of it, the majesty of it. And then there's something called Breezewood. If you've never found yourself on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and never had the experience of Breezewood, man, you are missing something that has to be unique in the entire United States interstate roadway system. There cannot be another ridiculous place like Breezewood, PA. It doesn't appear to be like a normal city or anything. It's just a place where if you're on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and you want to get on to I-70 or the other way around, you can't. You can't do what you can do everywhere else you travel, and where you follow the signs and you merge onto another highway. It's that intricate network of national roads, state roads that it works everywhere. It's a system. We know how it works. What the F is Breezewood? They force you off the highway. All those big trucks that are, carrying all the goods that, especially in this season, that we crave. All of us, you're forced. Why am I telling you something you know? No, unlikely. It's effing insane. And why hasn't somebody put a stop to that? So that commerce can flow, so that passengers and visitors can go, instead of being stuck all of a sudden in a traffic jam in some bizarre place with every fast food and family restaurant known to man and gas station on your right and your left. What the F is that about? It had to have started as a boondoggle of some sort. How the hell do you create an interstate highway or a tollway and say, hey, let's do something just, maybe it's just a gag. Let's do this as a joke. Let's force people off the road. Not for a long time. Just give them about 2 or 3 intersections with long, long red lights. What the F? I'm just saying, I forgot about it because I haven't been on the road heading that direction in a long time. And guys, that doesn't, I don't know this to be a fact, but I will bet money there is not one other place in the United States of America like it. It's insanity. Just saying. Breezewood, where they make sure you don't breeze through. Even the name is absurd. Just saying. Rust Belt says Breezewood is actually dying off. Well, it's not dead enough. They've had a bunch of restaurants and motels close, even be abandoned. Cars have better mileage, so people don't have to stop to fuel up as often. Yeah, but you still, if you're you can't escape it. If you're traveling to Bethesda, Maryland, or Washington, D.C., and you're making that turn to the south, unless, there might be some trick, but I don't know it. It's just insanity. Okay, speaking of insanity, I just have one more thing that occurred to me on my little trip outside my usual stomping grounds. I stayed at a very nice hotel. And I just want to say this. Why is everything, in this time when they advertise it as everything being so easy, why is everything made so difficult? I'm just asking. Remember when you used to know how to summon an elevator, get in an elevator, get to where you wanted to go in the elevator? Do you remember those days? It was all very simple because it was sort of like a universal kind of a system. But instead, I was given a card. I could get into the elevator, but I wasn't going anywhere unless I apparently swiped or put the card at a very specific place in the elevator, and then it would recognize me as somebody good to go, and I could go. Well, I got into the elevator, and my card didn't seem to be doing much. The guy who was in the elevator with me was having the same problem. He said, sometimes it takes a while. I said, well, is it this card or is it this other card they gave me? He said, I think both are supposed to work. I said, well, what? And we're like, blah, 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 blah. And finally, God knows, somebody did the right thing inadvertently, and up we went. Then you get to your room, and you try to figure out how to work it. How does the television work? How does the this work and the that work? And you know what stymied me in this hotel room? The bedside light. They actually had a sign, very nice looking sign, saying, to turn light on, press and release. To dim light, hold. I'm looking at where it is I'm supposed to press. I can't find a place. I thought I did. Then it turns out I'm pressing on a bolt or something. I'm looking, I'm pressing, I'm holding, and lo and behold, I wasn't sure what the hell happened, but the light came on. Then asked me if I could get it off. Remember when you knew how to turn on a light? And then I ended up in a friend's car. And I tried to exit the vehicle. That's police parlance. I tried to exit the vehicle. And I couldn't find the handle. Remember when you could just turn and there was a handle? And but now they're disguised. None of them look the same. They're in some different place. And I'm fumbling around. And I just want to say that living in this world has become ridiculously and needlessly difficult. I know I've ranted before. You end up in a strange house, I dare you to try to turn on the TV. I dare you. Am I sounding like an old person? Yeah, you know why? 'Cause I am! Longing for the good old days. Rustbelt says, I'm down in Greene County, so when I want to go east, I usually go down to West Virginia. Yeah, and hook up with I-70 in Hancock, Maryland. No tolls, it's a better road. Well, I ain't in Greene County. Didn't mean to scream at you. But it was a lovely, well, I mean, I didn't get that angry. Mostly, other than Breezewood, I was just, as I said, blown away by the expanse and the beauty. Really wonderful. And then how amazing it is to be able to, get in your car and in less than 4 hours, be in a different state and be with friends and then somehow survive the hotel and then get back in your car and be home in time to watch the Steeler game, which is a hell of a game. As was the Packer-Bear game. That was another hell of a game. So both my teams won. My soon-to-be 80-year-old brother was at Lambeau Field last night watching it, and I single digits. And I just want to point this out. Single digits, who knows what the hell the wind chill. Tom Brady and all the, non-Green Bay people were like freaking out. And it's cold. This is perfect. This is Lambeau Field. Look, you can see your breath. You can see your breath from October to March. God. But I do want to point something out. I defy anyone to find ever an empty seat in Lambeau Field. Never, ever, ever, ever. I don't care if it's 55 below zero. They're there. And one of the things, and I've said this before, one of the things that makes Lambeau so iconic and wondrous is that it's bleachers. There's just benches. Even people with seats on the 50-yard line with, whatever. It is benches. There's not a back anywhere. There's not an armrest anywhere. It's benches, bleachers. And thank God, because when you cram everybody in, and people are bigger, right? The body heat, it's just one big body. And the heat that's being supplied is wondrous. If you got armrests and backs, none of that's going to happen. So you don't get the hive thing of keeping each other warm. I just want to say. It's a wondrous place. Oh, and I want to tell you one more thing now that I'm talking about Green Bay, because it's such an amazing thing I found out on my trip, talking to this long-lost person who I'd never really taken advantage of while we were in the same place. Her father was a tailor in Green Bay, an immigrant and a tailor. And Vince Lombardi made a contract with her dad. It's a little tailor shop. And Lombardi wanted all the players to look, have nice fitting suits when they went on the road and traveled. He thought it would be, so that's just something that Lombardi did. Also, because Green Bay is such a small town, if somebody wanted clothes and they were a big football player, it was hard to find stuff on the rack, so they would go to her dad as well. So her father developed a very tight relationship with Vince Lombardi. And Lombardi told him, this is what was news to me, that he was really struggling because the players he was recruiting, black players, were having trouble finding housing in Green Bay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, those fans love those guys on the gridiron, but they apparently didn't want to live next to them. And so Lombardi shared this with her father, and her father said, let me see what I can do. And she told me her dad knew, obviously, just sort of being a businessman and stuff. He started looking into it. I know I've lost you. God damn it. I've lost you right here. I'm back. I went out for a second there. Anyway, so her dad helped to find people who would take in the players. Okay? Now, I am, by the way, going to get in touch with the Packer historian. There is such a person, and I happen to know him. Went to high school with him. And I'm going to tell him about this because I don't know if he knows this. And the bizarre thing is Lombardi also talked to my father. How bizarre. Here are these two old ladies sitting in Bethesda, Maryland. We're trading stories about our families, our dads, and our lives in Green Bay because we didn't really know each other back then. And Lombardi went to both of our fathers. Her father, a tailor. My father, a guy who was a business leader and considered a man of some substance. And Lombardi asked my father for help. I do know that. And the help my father was able to give is he worked with politicians and Lombardi, also with Lombardi as his as the calling card, which of course opens doors, and got an open housing ordinance passed in Green Bay. So the bigots couldn't refuse. When her father had to have heart surgery, this is long ago, in the 60s, he was taken to Milwaukee, where they had, a better cardiac hospital. And a call was put out for blood donors, and Packers showed up. That's a 2-hour drive. Packers showed up to give blood to this little immigrant tailor. the stuff you don't know. So, what else we got here? Okay. In looking at social media, I came upon something I'm assuming a lot of you did as well. It's a video of Andrew Ross Sorkin of the Economist, New York Times, and he's interviewing on a stage the CEO of this massive, huge, one of the biggest companies in the world, Palantir. Right? Have you seen that video of Sorkin interviewing Palantir's CEO, whose name is Alex Karp? I saw it and was just... I never finished what your friend's father was able to get. Yeah, he was able to find people, just regular people he knew. He asked around, hey, would you be willing, do you have a apartment? Do you know somebody? Yes. But then the legal route was also done with my dad's help. It's Lombardi was in many ways sort of a remarkable man. He knew the sting of bigotry. As an Italian Catholic, he always had felt it. And there was not a bigoted bone in his body. And if anything, he was drawn to people from minorities because he identified that way. So the CEO of Palantir, one of the richest, probably powerfulest, I know that isn't a word, people in the world, is sitting down for an interview. And guys, I've never seen, he was literally like, his legs were like shooting out here and there. His hands were like all over the place. He'd sometimes actually get out of the chair for a second and then pop back down. And all the time, I mean, he's not noting it. He's not saying, God, I just, but he literally cannot sit. And he's all the while he's like screaming at Sorkin, this, that, very sort of aggressive way of speaking. And God, it was weird. So I sort of just wanted to say, have you seen that? And if you haven't, you got to look it up. And then I decided right before the show started, I Googled Alex Karp. And it turns out that that clip created a firestorm. That's why I saw it, I suppose. With people just saying, wow. And guess what's happened? He said, yeah. So I'm neurally divergent. You know what's funny? Neurally divergent is such a woke. Tell me it isn't. It's such a woke way of describing yourself. And yet these gazillionaire CEO sons of bitches are against woke in every way unless it pertains to them. And this guy says, hey, look, so you saw me. I'm neurally divergent. a lot of people recognized his body going berserk like it did as somebody who clearly has, he's on the spectrum. He has who knows what. He has ADHD. He has blah, blah, blah. And because he saw that this video created a lot of talk about him, that he was obviously on drugs or something, because that's what I saw. The comments were saying, good God, what did he take? A cocktail of what? He's high as a kite. But he said, no, I'm neurodivergent. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm setting up a neurodivergent fellowship. Only neurodivergent people can apply. Which sounds to me, again, very woke and very anti-DEI. Does it not? When it suits their purposes. Man, these tech gazillionaires get very woke. Now, I have little doubt that Elon Musk is on the spectrum. It's so clear that, but this guy, whoa. Neurodiversity can mean ADHD, autism, Tourette's. He looked like somebody with Tourette's or ADHD. He has said before he has dyslexia. Listen, this guy, whoa, he is, yes, neurodivergent. And guess what else he is? He is a son of a bitch. He is a true asshole, an arrogant son of a bitch, who, because he's neurodivergent, thinks he's a higher form of humanity. And he apparently went on to say that we neurodivergents are recreating the world. And we will disproportionately shape the future. You know what? He's right. The nerds have won, because a lot of nerds are neurodivergent. Nothing against kind are nerdy tech folks, some of whom have done wonderful work, but others of whom, like this son of a bitch and Musk, are like, they're creating that world where I can't get to my room and then can't turn on the light. It's the revenge of the nerds. God damn. Incredible. So, just so you, oh, fuck. I keep disappearing. I hate this. Where's a nerd when I need one? Here I am, kinda back again. God, if McIntyre joins this sinking ship, it'll go down. I don't know if it can bear the weight. I don't know what's happening on your end, but I'm getting the little circle. I'm getting the thing that says, poor reception. Poor reception. I'm off again. Fuck! Yeah, oops. Hello, hello, hello. Let's hope it holds. Hello, 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 hello. Let's hope it holds. Hello, hello, hello. I know. I disappeared on you. I might do it again. This thing is starting to go berserk. God damn it. So anyway, I'm assuming you got me back. You know the scariest story I saw today? I got to tell you. The scariest story I saw was some poor schmo, I don't remember where or when, who needed a kidney. His weren't working. He needed a kidney. And he got himself on the list. And he's waiting for a kidney. He's waiting for somebody to die. And he's hoping somebody dies and it's a match and he's going to get a kidney. And then he gets the call. We got a donor. We got you a kidney. And can you imagine? I mean, it's hard to imagine the elation somebody must feel on getting that call. They are being offered life. And this guy, immediately gets himself to the hospital and he's prepped. And while they're prepping him, the kidney's being removed from the donor. And I just want to tell you, I could go out again. This is really struggling to keep me on. I can tell. So anyway, they put the kidney in him. He wakes up. He's feeling pretty good. And then he's not. Let's just say this. He's dead. And let me tell you what he died of. He died of rabies. And turns out the guy whose kidney he'd gotten had, died of rabies. They transplanted a rabid kidney into the poor and he was dead. Now, here's the thing. They didn't know that the donor had died of rabies. But further investigation showed he died of rabies. They apparently don't check for rabies in donor tissues because it's so rare. God almighty. You finally get the organ. You finally get your shot. And you get a rabid kidney. I mean, I gotta tell you, that's a guy who has reason to. Oop, is that John?
Yes.
Hi, John. How are?
John.
Hi. I heard a. I want. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, all the times that you said we couldn't hear you, I could hear you.
Yeah, because you were on. It's the poor folks trying to listen to the goddamn show. I'm losing my YouTube. Whatever.
No, I was listening. I was listening on my iPhone.
Oh, and you could hear me?
So apparently.
Well.
Yeah, so apparently, sometimes when you're. Go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of people couldn't, because I can see from the chat.
I believe you.
Okay. So hi, it's John McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen.
I too am befuddled by modern technology, by the way.
Yeah. I hate it.
I had a job a few years ago when I was in my chronically underemployed phase, which unfortunately lasted for a couple of years. And it was a guy, a Honda dealership on Route 51, which I was sure I was going to die on Route 51 every time I went there because the traffic is so horrible.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was check in cars and get the mileage and write it down and get the VIN number and write it down and then go park the car. but half the time I couldn't find the mileage. Why? Because the dashboards are now rocket ships with 50,000 buttons, and the mileage doesn't just appear as it did for decades.
Yes!
And I had to ask some young guy, hey, I'm sorry, I'm a moron. Can you find the mileage for me here? And then my boss would look at me like, you're an idiot. And perhaps I was. But
well, yeah.
I thought, what happened to my? I had a fancy media career where people treated with me respect, and now I'm just a moron who can't find the mileage on the dashboard.
Hey, man, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was saying I can't even figure out how to get out of somebody else's car. I can't find the damn door handle in cars if I'm a passenger.
I did hear that.
Okay,
and
so
I feel like the auto manufacturer, maybe I'm just belying my age, but I feel like the auto manufacturers are making it hopelessly more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, because you know why? Because the people designing all this stuff are neurodivergent nerds.
No doubt.
No, and they got it in for us because they didn't get dates in school or something. I don't know.
No, I know. Just like, okay, so I do a Facebook Live every week. And there used to be a way so that I could arrange it so that I was looking at you, and if I had a graphic, say, you could read it. But then suddenly they took that away, and everything was backwards. So my Facebook Live is entitled The World's on Fire with John McIntyre. So I actually had to go to the FedEx Kinko's and say, take this logo and make it backwards.
And
that's what I do now. So when you see the Facebook Live, it looks normal, but only because I have a backwards logo behind me.
Oh my God! You can't make it up. It'll only get worse.
And I Googled it. Like, what happened to the thing you used to be able to do to make it normal? And it's nobody says anything. It's just gone. It just doesn't exist anymore. Now, which nerd, neurologically, whatever the hell the phrase is, decided, you know what, we need everything backwards. So fuck that. We're taking this away.
It doesn't. I don't.
They're fooling with stuff because they can.
Yeah.
It amuses them. They want to change it for the sake of change.
Listen, I am so with you. I am so effing with you. And I have to.
Do we sound like the old guys on
yes!
the show arguing now?
Well, yes, we do. And we've got standing. I am telling you. Fuck. Those old guys made a lot of sense. Oh. Really? So, John.
Yes.
I am. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to be doing in your show.
I thought you were going to do, by the way, I'm on here. Lynn is nice enough to let me promote a holiday-themed storytelling show this Saturday at the Parkway Theater in the Keys Rocks with Lynn Cullen, County Councilwoman Bethany Hallam, and the guy who actually may be Santa Claus, Rick Seaback.
Right.
And if you're interested, go to parkwaytheater.org to get the tickets. I thought you were going to tell the story of growing up Jewish and looking through those eyes at all the annoying Christmas people.
Well, I can, but there's nothing funny about it.
It doesn't have to be funny.
You mean you want these people to spend $20 and come and listen to some poor Jew complain?
First of all, when you complain, you're very funny, even if unintentional, at least in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
You're a funny complainer.
All right.
The way you express yourself is naturally funny, regardless of your writing punchlines or not.
Okay, all right. Then I'm not going to.
I don't care. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I just thought, to me, that's interesting. A, and B, I thought, I don't know. I think that's a real interesting take. The rest of us are annoying Christians, or at least alleged Christians.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about Christmas, so.
I know, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Exactly. You should be.
God.
That's why it'll be great.
Sure, I'll offend the audience. I'll whatever. Okay, so I'm going to stop. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to stop being anxious about this. How long are you expecting one of your guests to go for?
Well, you said to me you were going to keep it short, but you certainly don't have to.
Yeah. What does that mean?
usually run like 10 to 15 minutes. You can go longer, you can go shorter. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm real. I would think, the moth people, the professional storytelling group, so-called.
Yes.
They curate everything down to every word, and you're not allowed to have notes. And, I want to hear you audition, and I just play it loosey-goosey. As long as I know you're already good at it, which you are, I'd rather be surprised myself to see what you say.
Okay.
And demand some sort of rough draft.
Okay. So listen.
Because you're a good storyteller. And
Yeah. But see, the problem is I really don't feel like I have a good story. However, I might do something that I've never done before, which is have to have a few notes, because I might think of, okay, you could maybe do this, then you could call that. So is there anything like a lectern there that I could put some notes on, or do I have to be?
It's just a half-assed tabletop, but I've employed it before, and I will again for you. Heather Heidelbaugh, the attorney, when she's done the show,
God!
She writes it all out. She's got like 15 pages and reads it all aloud.
Oh, so, Jesus.
And she's a good reader alouder because she's a trial attorney. So,
she's my nemesis.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you said Heather Heidelbaugh.
No, I know.
I quit.
I remember you guys used to argue on.
I quit that WQED show. Stormed out of it because of her. Yeah.
That must be how I got the job.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
We need another older liberal who's technology challenged. Who can we find? McIntyre seems likely.
Yeah. Well, you see how being funny talkers, how far that got us. So, yeah. So, John,
yeah.
Are you going to tell a funny Christmas story?
I don't know. Yes, I will give you the broad outlines if I may.
Sure.
You remember my girlfriend that came along after the wife? You've met both of these people.
Yeah. Oh, well, sure.
The comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm early on in this relationship.
You know what? I just want to say, wait. I just want to say this about that one.
Yeah.
She charged that I was homophobic. I kid you not.
I actually remember this.
Yes. She actually tried to get me canceled with the gay community. And man, did I squash her like a bug.
Oh, wow. Well, now, see, that I did not know. I remember the incident. You want me to tell the story really quickly?
Yeah, sure. I'll be interested in what...
we're at the Cabaret Theater.
Okay.
Well, in my version of it, yeah. So we're at the Cabaret Theater doing one of my comedy talk shows late night, 10:30 at night on a Saturday. You had just been fired, I think, from CCT, and you were not in a good mood.
Okay.
So we were talking about gay marriage, and I think it wasn't cake baked into the cake like it is now. You know what I mean?
It definitely it was not baked in the cake. And I remember I said, I think politically the smarter move is not gay marriage right now, but civil union, okay? Something like that, right?
Well, no. Yes, and you were also like, you know what? I've been fired. Screw the gay people. Wine.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, which was also very funny. So we're backstage. And Gab said, the woman in question says to you, hey, John's for gay marriage. Lynn, why aren't you for gay marriage? And you said, and I was there for this, oh, he's just trying to get into your pants. And I said, I've already been in her pants. That's all. That's about it. That's what I remember.
Are you kidding? It is so not what I remember.
No.
All I know is that then on emails, there was a thing where she went after me and tried to get people.
I did not know that. Go ahead.
I know it so well because I know all the enraged gay people who came to my defense and shut her down. Prominent gay people. at the time. It was like nuts. She really went after me. Yeah. Anyway, she was dead to me from then on. I know she's gone on to do good work. She was dead to me. I have never, I mean, I was even named an honorary gay person by the gay community about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've never been accorded that honor, so
No.
congratulations. That's awesome.
I said I get all the negatives of being gay because so many people think I am, and none of the benefits.
Well, as long as the word gay is being used, so I'm at her house for Christmas, the whole family's there, and suddenly a guy showed up who happened to work for a prominent politician in D.C. who was known, at least rumored, to be homophobic. But this guy was a closeted gay. Anyway, he allegedly insulted her in some previous thing. So I spoke up. Why is this guy here? Long story short, I ruined Christmas. And the story is also how I tried to get back in her mother's good graces, which involved me groveling, sending flowers, writing notes, and employing a video by Dr. Cyril Wecht, who she was a fan of, and I thought she would find it amusing that Cyril would
come to your
jokingly
defense.
Go to bat for me on video.
Sure.
This is a little convoluted here, but
that sounds wonderful. Well, that's funny. That's good. Are you still on good terms with her?
I wish I had the video. I think I erased the video a long time.
Are you on good terms with her?
No, I'm not. I'm on no terms.
Okay.
I'm on zero terms.
Okay.
In other words, we split up years ago, and I finally. I used to like hound people or email every now and then, and now I just stop. But I'm not. I wish her well, and when I hear secondhand, she's doing well, and I have nothing against. Yeah. I saw her brother the other day in the Strip District. We were phony friendly to one another. Everything's hunky dory.
Okay, man. I was at John's wedding.
It's the only time I've ruined Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Well, ruining Christmas.
You were.
I was at John's wedding, which was fun.
We had Mr. McFeely was the ring bearer. Remember?
That's right. Mr. McFeely was the ring bearer. And that didn't last too long. No. Was Gab already in the picture? Oh, sorry. You're getting married?
I think most of my audience will know. She was in the picture in terms of friendship. Well, you see, this person had been in what I thought was a lesbian relationship when I struck up the friendship.
Oh, so you thought it was safe because she was a lesbian.
Exactly. I thought I can have coffee and nothing, and no bad can come from this.
No, she was a devious lesbian.
Well, I think I don't know. I don't want.
All right, stop. We'll stop. We'll stop.
But the point is, I think she must have been bi, and But I did later. Now, just a couple of years ago, I befriended the woman she was living with, from whom I stole her. Which is not part of the Christmas story, but it's just a fun little.
Oh God, dear, and okay. So I am really still nervous about this thing. Have you sold many tickets? It's not like it's a big venue.
Yeah, they are. I'm told they're selling. No, it's only 45 people or 45 seats. But
wow.
Yes, we have sold many tickets, more than usual. There are still a few left, I am told.
Oh, just a few.
The drawing power of Lynn Cullen and Rick Seaback and Beth. Yeah. So parkwaytheater.org if you're interested. It really is fun. It's a nice little venue. You've seen it. It's a nice little bar.
Well, why invite people if they can't have it? There's not going to be a seat for them. You're going to have standing room only?
Because actually, he said if it were to sell out, they can add a few extra seats. The guy at the place.
Okay. Is there any way to...
But you can see, as of now...
Because there's a big screen. It's a theater, movie theater. There's no way to...
Yes, if you have visuals you want to...
Yeah?
Oh, there is, but we just have to get... Because Seaback might use some visuals too. I have used some visuals in the past, we just have to get it to the theater guy in advance, which I can make happen if you have visuals you want to be projected. And then he puts them in his computer and projects them on the screen.
Okay. So if I might.
You could text this guy some pictures, for example.
Okay.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just so he gets them, maybe by the end of the week. No.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Sure. Okay. Well, I might do that. And do they show up like movie sized? Is it that big? Does it fill the screen?
I don't know. Not the whole screen, but it's big.
Okay. Just asking.
It'll be a giant picture of whatever, yeah.
Okay. Well, that might.
I showed a video once at 2 minutes. I showed a video of me reading the news at 23 years old in Williston, North Dakota, during one storytelling event.
Oh man,
looked ridiculous.
No, God knows you and I have videos. Jesus H. Yeah. So I'm sure it'll be it'll be fun. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Seaback is either going to tell a happy story or a dark story, depending on how much time he has to organize himself. Because he's working on a show or something. And I said, either one. I don't care.
I can't imagine Seaback telling a dark story. Can you?
It's not that dark, but there's a dark element. Well, I've actually seen him tell the story. I did this with him at the Lamp Theater in Irwin once.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, well, sure, I don't know if I should tell that again. I'm like, I don't think the same people will be there that were in Irwin. So if you want to tell that story, go ahead.
Wow. Okay. I just think of him as happy-go-lucky.
I confronted him the other day. He claims he is not Santa Claus, but I'm still not certain.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, he just really does look like Santa Claus. And he's got that same avuncular, affect, personality, right?
Right, and he never stops smiling. It's like it's frozen on his face.
Yeah. Well, that makes it suspect. It
could be some horrible affliction. I'm Rick Seaback, and I can't stop smiling. Please, somebody help me. I'm unable to stop smiling.
Hey, I got to tell you, I saw a picture. Because I just have to tell somebody this. I saw a picture in People magazine. Don't ask me why I was looking at People magazine. Of Kelly. No, what's her name? Osbourne, the wife of Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne's wife. Who?
Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne, the widow. Sharon Osbourne and her daughter, Kelly. And it was the most frightening picture I have seen in ages. They both look, especially Kelly, like they did like 6 months in Buchenwald. They are beyond thin, and they're skeletal. Do you remember Kelly? She had a little meat on her bones. She's
vaguely. I was never a big fan of the TV show, but I do remember that. And especially for the offspring of one of them, I thought she looked like an attractive human.
She does not look human. She looks ill. As do so many of, it's like this fucking Ozempic stuff. What is going on that people think they look better when they look like they've, come out of a concentration camp?
No, some people who get stomach stapling surgery seem to not look so good either, at least in my humble opinion.
God, I'm just saying. This is a plague. It's a plague.
You mean our obsession with trying to look good is a plague?
Yeah, and not knowing when to stop. Not knowing when you look good. It just shows that people are like nuts. They look at themselves and they don't know what they're seeing. I bet.
I know. I just saw an actress this morning. I saw an actress this morning on Morning Joe promoting something, and she had the collagen lips and the plastic
Yeah,
face, and I
yeah.
thought, you look like a Trump cabinet official. What are you doing to yourself?
Exactly. What are they thinking? Anyway, I don't know. I so love regular-looking people that have never done a goddamn thing to themselves, like me. I love wrinkled old ladies and, people with flab. God, humans.
Maybe there's a song in there somewhere, Lynn. You should write a song about it.
All right, okay. You imagine if Santa Claus went on Ozempic? No. God. Okay.
There's pretty much ruined the whole thing.
Okay, so listen, we're done. I mean, my time
Okay.
is. I'm done. I'm done.
Understand.
I will see you. Yeah. And I'll get in touch if I need to get in touch with a guy who could.
Thank you.
Yeah. But thank you, John. You're always fun to talk to. Appreciate it. Sorry if I got on some of your old girlfriends and stuff. Sorry.
No, I thought. See, you're spontaneously funny. You're a great conversationalist. That's fine.
Okay.
I never know where you're going. That's why I enjoy talking to you.
All right. Okay. I'll see ya.
Buy your tickets. Parkwaytheater.org. Buy your tickets.
Yeah, right now, because there's only 2 seats left. Well, I don't mean.
Maybe there might be 7 or 8.
7 or 8 seats left. Buy them now. Okay. See ya. What? Saturday or Friday? What is it? Saturday.
Saturday.
It's Saturday. Okay. Good thing I didn't show up on Friday.
Thanks for letting me do this, Lynn. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. See ya.
Okay.
Bye. Bye. All right, guys. That's it for me. I am so done. So done. And I'm just trying to get the goddamn outro music to play. And now this son of a bitch thing says I've got good reception. I don't care that I have good reception. Where was it when I needed it? God damn it. Oh, the outro won't play. You know what? Just somebody put me out of my misery. I'm serious. You don't need outro music, do you? And that, Lynn Cullen, City Paper, disowns, disavows.
Lynn Cullen Live.
Fuck.
Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and archived at pghcitypaper.com. The opinions expressed on Lynn Cullen Live are those of the host and do not necessarily reflect the viewpoints of Pittsburgh City Paper or its advertisers.